everyone, welcome to the Daily here on MLSsoccer.com. Josh Wise, and I'm joined here by Simon Bourne, coming to you on Thursday morning. Simon, bunch of good games last night. Let's start in Montreal. The Impact are coming off a poor result at the weekend, but they made things right last night. 2-0 over Houston Dynamo. Felipe and Marco Di Vaio with the goals. What do we make of the Impact right now?
They're the best team in all the land, Josh. 29 points. That leads any team in MLS, and they've only played 14 games. Last night against Houston, they showed us that was Montreal at their best. Knocking the ball around, so clean with the ball, the movement so crisp all around the field. And Marco Di Vaio and Felipe, they were on. And they were two inspired players. Felipe got a goal, Di Vaio got a goal, but in between there was that miss PK by Giles Barnes of the Houston Dynamo, which factors big time in this game. And then Nesta and Ferrari in the back, keeping things calm. This was a very professional display by Montreal.
Yeah, certainly. Another big one out west last night. LA and Portland from the StubHub Center. Simon, Portland 14 unbeaten. I mean, what else can you really say about this
Well,
team?
if people are still not convinced about Portland, I think that display, even though it finished 0-0 in LA, going into the home of the champs and playing the way they did. After the first 10 minutes, Portland then, to me, dominated the possession. They didn't create that many chances, but they were comfortable with the ball, and they threw numbers forward. And you don't usually see that from visitors at the StubHub Center. And then in the back, they were comfortable leaving their two defenders, Ka and Jean-Baptiste, up against Donovan and Keane. Yep. And they said, go ahead, beat us. And Keane and Donovan didn't. Jean-Baptiste had a massive game.
Yep, those two will get another test. Quick turnaround for both these sides. Actually, Sunday, Portland take on Colorado on NBC Sports Network in LA. It's the big derby, the Super Classico against Chivas USA. You can watch that one late Sunday on Unimas and catch all the coverage leading up on MLSsoccer.com. A couple other big results last night. Simon, Chicago and Colorado from Toyota Park. Chicago come away with a 2-1 win in this one. And a guy we haven't talked too much about this season, the 2012 Rookie of the Year, Austin Berry. He was the central figure in this one.
For good and bad, Josh. First, the bad. The giveaway to Deshaun Brown of the Colorado Rapids, who basically picks his pocket, takes it home, puts Colorado ahead. You thought Colorado were looking good at that point. You thought they were really going to manage this game. But then there was that massive handball by Marvell Wynn in the box, the penalty kick for Chicago. They equalize, but then Austin Berry comes back in the second half and gets the big go-ahead goal. They were up there for a corner kick, the Fire were, and then eventually the ball comes back in the box. Great header by Berry. He's known for these kind of headers. And then Chicago managed it from there on out. Very professional display by them, although I thought on balance, Colorado had the better opportunity. Their attack looked more dangerous. I think they feel they want more out of this game.
All right, but Chicago all of a sudden starting to pick up the points. They are now 4 unbeaten under Frank Clovis. Another side picking up the points lately, Vancouver Whitecaps. What can you say? They played host to Chivas USA last night. They come away with a 3-1 victory. And the two main men in this one, Simon, Russell Teibert and Camilo. What'd you think?
Absolutely. Vancouver have now a set threesome up top that are clicking. Kenny Miller, Camilo, and Russell Teibert. And they basically got Vancouver back in this game after Chivas USA took a shock lead. Tristan Bone with an unbelievable goal, upper 90 on that one. And then Chivas, you know, they were battling in this game, and you thought maybe they could see it out. But 2 goals in 3 minutes just before halftime, and you could see Chivas USA, the heads went down. They were demoralized, and they really couldn't come back in the second half. Camilo on fire, getting another goal for him. That's 2 in the game. Camilo on fire.
Yeah, it really is. 4 great games last night. Make sure you go on MLSsoccer.com. You can check out all the highlights right there. And finally, voting for the 2013 AT&T MLS All-Star Game rolls on. And Simon, today, for the next 36 hours, things get real serious. The Twitter vote opens at noon Eastern and will run until Friday at midnight. Why don't you tell the people how they can get their votes in?
It's pretty simple, Josh. Essentially, you include in a tweet, hashtag MLS All-Star. That's hashtag MLS All-Star. And then in the tweet, just include the player's name. First name, last name, or you can include their Twitter handle. It's as simple as that. You can tweet the player's name as often as you like, but you need to do those things for the vote to count. And the player's name has to be on that original ballot. Can't just vote for any player.
Yep, certainly. And you only have 36 hours to do it starting at noon Eastern. Voting will close at midnight on Friday. So between then and now, just go nuts.
Tweet away.
Tweet away. A couple more things before we get out of here for today. Jason Sagini and Andrew Wiebe will be on a little bit later with the starting lineup, answering all your MLS fantasy questions. And Simon and the crew, Extra Time Radio later on this afternoon should be a good one. That does it for us here on The Daily. We'll talk to you guys tomorrow.